Let's dive into a really powerful old folktale. It's called The Lion and the Three Bulls, and it's a story that has been told for generations for very good reason. It's a gut-wrenching lesson about friendship, about clever strategy, and about the absolutely devastating price of betrayal.
So picture this. Our story starts in what's pretty much paradise, a beautiful green pasture in a Somali forest. There's a river running through it, plenty of grass, and it's here that three bulls are just living their best life.
And here they are, a white bull, a black bull, and a brown bull. Now, they weren't just hanging out in the same field. They were best friends. They were truly happy, and they always had each other's backs. And that bond, their unity, that was their real strength. It was their shield. But you know how these stories go. That perfect, peaceful world they had, well, it was about to be shattered. A predator with a very cunning plan was heading their way. One day, a lion shows up. Now, the bulls were scared, for sure, but they didn't scatter. They did what they always did. They stood together, horns out, a united front. And the lion, for all his power, was smart. He took one look and realized, whoa, together, these three are stronger than I am. So, since he knew he couldn't win with brute force, the lion switched tactics. He got clever. He sits down and basically says, hey, relax, I won't hurt you. Can't we all just live here together, be friends, and watch out for each other? He's making himself sound like an ally, a protector, a very dangerous game. And that, right there, kicks off the real heart of the story, the lion's plan. See, this isn't a strategy of teeth and claws, oh no. It's a strategy of whispers and patience.
So the lion joins their little group, and he just waits. He's biding his time. Then, one afternoon, he sees the white bull grazing by himself. This is his chance. He creeps over to the black and brown bulls and starts planting a little seed of doubt.
And here's the poison, he whispers. You know the white bull? He's so bright, he practically glows. Other dangerous animals are going to spot him from a mile away, and then they'll come and eat all of us. Just think about how genius that lie is. He's taking his friend's unique feature, his white coat, and twisting it into a deadly threat for everyone. He's literally weaponizing their fear against their own friend. It worked. Fear is a powerful thing. Terrified by the lion's warning, the black and brown bulls fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. They turned on their friend, chased him away, and in that moment, they shattered the one thing that was keeping them safe. Well, it didn't take long after that. The white bull was now alone, isolated, with nobody to watch his back. He was exactly where the lion wanted him. And the inevitable happened. The lion found him down by the river and ate him. The plan had worked perfectly. So this brings us to the next, just tragic part of the story, divided and conquered. The lion's plan worked once, why wouldn't it work again? A little while later, the lion gets hungry again. So what does he do? He goes right back to the same playbook. He finds the brown bull all by himself and starts whispering. And listen to this. See if it sounds familiar. He says, the black bull, he's so dark he stands out in the daylight. Other predators will see him and they'll come here and eat both of us. It's the exact same tactic. Isolate a friend, twist one of their features into a threat, and crank up the fear. And again, fear wins. The brown bull, terrified for his own life, agrees. He abandons his last friend. He leaves the black bull completely exposed. The lion pounces, and just like that, another bull is gone. So look at this. Only one bull remains. The brown bull is now completely alone in the pasture that used to feel so safe. And of course, the lion is hungry again. There's no one left to whisper to, and there's no one left to hide behind. The lion came for him, and the brown bull, he fought with everything he had. But it was useless. And this right here, this is the brutal difference between standing together and standing alone. Without his friends, he was never going to win. He was no match for the lion. And that brings us to the very end, the final words. It's here, as his life is slipping away, that the brown bull finally understands the horrible mistake he made. In the original Somali version of the story, the brown bull says this, "It's not today that I am dying. I died the day I chased away my friend." He gets it. His physical death right now is just a formality. His real death happened the moment he betrayed his friends. You know, this story's lesson is so universal, you can find versions of it in all kinds of cultures. But there's a Moroccan proverb that captures the bull's final thought in a way that
Man, it's even more haunting. His last words are, "I was eaten with the white bull." Just let that sink in for a second. He understood that his fate wasn't sealed when the lion finally attacked him. No, it was sealed at the very beginning, with the first betrayal. The moment he agreed to sacrifice his first friend to save himself, he actually sacrificed all of them, including himself. And that's the lesson, isn't it? Our own safety is tied up in the safety of others. It really leaves you with a question. When we see someone else being singled out, do we stand with them, or do we tell ourselves we're saving our own skin?